Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Summer Study Abroad with USAC webinar. And I am a study abroad advisor here at NAU, and I advise for Asia, but we have advisors that advise for all parts of the world. So we're happy to help you get started on your adventure. And USAC is one of our primary partners, and they offer really fantastic summer programs. So really excited to share this new information with you. And I'll hand it over to Kate from USAC.
Thank you, Holly. Hi, everyone. Thank you for watching this. If you're watching it as a recording, I wanted to put our website here. It's usac.edu if you'd like to follow along during this presentation to see what I'm talking about, where you can find these things on our website. But my name's Kate. I work with USAC as a University Relations Coordinator, and USAC is University Studies Abroad Consortium. I wanted to tell you a little bit about our organization first, get into a little bit of what you can expect from our programs. And then towards the end, I'm going to touch on some affordability pieces that make it a little bit more accessible to study abroad. That's usually like an entirely different presentation, but I wanted to bring some of those things in. And as this is a recording, you can always pause and read those slides and take that information as long as you need. So with that, I wanted to introduce USAC. USAC, again, is University Studies Abroad Consortium. We've been around for almost 40 years, and what's important to know is that we're a nonprofit and we're university-based. What we offer is affordable programs. That's a big central pillar to our organization, is accessibility and affordability. And also, what's really important for us is authenticity. So we like to go to off the beaten path locations. A lot of them include places that are maybe cities you haven't heard before, smaller cities and countries. And our approach has always been cultural immersion. And we also have language intensive opportunities as well, though that's not the case for all of our programs. So don't worry if you're not a language learning student. But we have programs, and I'll show you on the next slide actually where we go. We go to over 50 different locations around the world, and these are the countries that we go to. And I should mention that many of these countries actually offer several different locations inside of them. So for example, Japan, we have 3 programs. Germany, we only have 1. England, we have 4 programs. Spain, we have 5. So there's like a mix of what you'll find here. But what I wanted to mention here is that there's something for everyone because we offer courses in any major, any minor. All of our programs are unique in that they're not cookie cutter and it's the same thing at every location. There's going to be specific courses related to specific areas that are not offered, at every other location. So it's pretty nice because there's really 56 plus truly unique opportunities. And we hope that we can help students find the right opportunity for themselves. And I'll tell you a little bit about how you can start searching for programs. But I first wanted to point out that all of those programs you saw are separated into 2 different models. We have our specialty programs. You can sort of read here a little bit about what the differences are. And then we have our partnership programs. And this I wanted to particularly point out because with our summer programs, which I want to highlight today for you, we have a $500 discount for all of our specialty summer programs happening this summer, which is a great promotion, but definitely awesome for you if you're looking to study abroad. That ticks off quite a bit, $500 of your program. And if you're interested in doing 2 summer programs back to back, that would be $1,000. So I wanted to point out, I'm not going to read through all of these tabs or all of these bullet points, but the general thing you need to know is that our specialty programs are essentially cohort programs where a group of USAC students go abroad and take courses and you earn US credit. And the partnership programs are not so much of a cohort experience. It's more of an independent direct exchange. And you'd be getting foreign international credit on a transcript. And I wanted to point out, again, these are the specialty programs locations in which you can find that $500 discount this summer. So if you need, you can pause this and take a look at this further. I'll show you on the website how you can navigate to these lists as well in a little bit. But these are our partnership programs. I think it might be helpful to mention right here that We do not have a language requirement for our programs. You can take courses in English, but of course you can take courses, especially language learning courses, if that's something you're looking for. The only exception is our program in Lyon, France, which we require students to have two semesters of college French to attend that program, because that program specifically is about language learning. So that's the only requirement that we have for languages. But like I mentioned, there are ways for you to search these programs, and you can do that through our program search tool on our main page, usac.edu. If you go there, right in the middle of the page will be a program search tool with a drop-down menu. You can select your major, your minor, the different types of courses you're looking to take over the summer, because even if you're, say you're an education major and you want to go abroad over the summer, our programs usually range anywhere from 3 to 6 credits per summer program. So that's maybe 1 or 2 courses. And it's not necessary you have to take courses in education. You'd have to take courses that would help you graduate, right? Would put you on the path to graduation. But that might be a number of different courses. So keep that in mind as you're thinking about what you might want to study abroad and take as a summer student, because you might want to take an elective course and just go for language. So keep that in mind as you're using this tool for your summer search. But this is really helpful. You can even select internships as well if you want to just look at internships, things like that, if that's something you're looking to do over the summer. But to give you an example of what you might find when you select a major is something like this. It's not going to look like this on the site. I'll show you how it looks, but essentially you'll be presented with the different types of opportunities from the countries, and then you can click on the countries to see which opportunities exist for the different programs within that country. So for Australia, I know that we have 3 different programs there, so you might have 3 different program options within Australia. But I just wanted to show you, we do not only just offer education, we have, again, pretty much any major, but this is just a quick snippet to see there's quite a few opportunities for each major that there is. And I wanted to take it one step further and just introduce you to what a program, I just selected a random program, what a program might look like, and sort of the components of the program, because it's not just about studying. It is called Study Abroad. That's the main thing, is we're studying, but there's lots of other things that you can do while you're abroad, especially over the summer. So this is a program, Khon Kaen, Thailand. This is a really neat location. I'm going to show you the courses on the next page, but we do offer this, and I wanted to mention these things as well. For most of what I'm saying today, it applies for summer, but it also mostly applies for all of our other terms as well. So semester, year long. This is a location that we offer 2 summer sessions in. And what can you do outside of the classroom? Again, it's going to differ from program to program, but here there are field trips. I'm going to show you on the website where you can find the specifics to what those field trips look like. But there's lots of different cultural immersion opportunities. They might look like workshops. They might look like volunteer opportunities, getting involved with cultural traditions and festivals and different holidays of the sorts. That's what you'll probably find in any location, but for this specific location, we're going to show you in just a minute. But the courses now and the academic side of things for a program, they're going to look specific to that location. And again, like I mentioned earlier, every program has its own sort of thumbprint in that it offers a unique set of courses and a unique set of offerings. So as an example, these are what we're looking at in Khon Kaen. It's health related, social sciences, so you can see global health issues, this really neat class, traditional Thai medicine and complementary medicine. So if you're a global health major, something like that, or if this is something that you can take as an elective, this is what you can find over there. And there's usually subsets of or different categories for you to study as well. So here also you can learn about Thai culture, Thai language, and there's internships and volunteering, like I had mentioned. So I'm going to show you on the website how you can find all of these different components to a program. But now I want to switch over to making study abroad affordable. There's a lot of things to be said about this, and I think it's just now more than ever, it's an important thing to go over, and this is really central to what we do at USAC, is making it affordable and accessible to as many students as we can. So for the next couple slides, I'm going to talk about some of these questions that we often get for financing and affording study abroad. Of course, I talk to students a lot every day, and money is always an issue that we want to talk about first, because there might be different costs that you're not used to paying, associated with this study abroad program compared to your normal, cost of living. So I wanted to show you, this is a map. These prices are actually semesters. I don't have the summer prices for these, set up as cost of attendance. So I'm going to show you that. Again, I keep pointing to the website, but that's really where the bulk of the information is going to be for summer. But what I did want to mention here is that these numbers are not the numbers of the tuition. These numbers are the cost of attendance. And your cost of attendance includes not only your tuition, but your housing, your food. In the case of study abroad, that cost of attendance would include your airfare. It would include, if you have any different fees associated with your visa, whatever visa you're getting, things like that. So at the end of the day, what we're looking at after the experience, looking back, that's all, these are the numbers that you would expect to pay for a semester. So the way we come to this number is by using our budget sheets, which are on our website for each page. It looks kind of daunting. Don't let that stress you out. It's really an awesome tool to help you get to that number for what your summer program is going to cost you. Now that is important, understanding what the cost is going to be for you, because that's going to determine how much you need to, pay yourself or get in funding, whether it be through financial aid or scholarships, etc. So what we do is we have these interactive budget sheets on every page. You can go to usac.edu, you can go to a program, select the fees and deadlines portion of that program, whatever program you want. This one we're looking at is Montevideo, Uruguay for a spring semester. And what you see here is the program fee. Up here, you see how much the homestay or the housing will cost you, how much food you might want to be considering you'd be paying for, the optional tours, and whatever else is offered in that program. And it includes even things like, if you look down here, your student visa, your flight. Adding this all up is really going to help you get to the next step in your financial planning. So I did want to point that out. It's a pretty neat tool that we offer. So definitely utilize that to at your disposal, really. And there's a lot to say about financial aid. This presentation isn't meant to be about financial aid, but I want to say that you should definitely talk to your financial aid office and your study abroad office, because they are the ones with the resources to help you understand, what aid transferred, what aid doesn't transfer, because you have your federal aid, your federal financial aid, so that might include Pell Grants or different loans, and then you have your state financial aid, which can include a number of different grants or scholarships, things like that. So you want to make sure you understand which aid counts, which aid doesn't count, because that again is going to help you understand, okay, what should I go after in scholarships if this particular aid does count or this particular aid doesn't count. So again, reach out to your study abroad office and your financial aid office for that information. But the scholarships part, right? USAC does offer scholarships, and I wanted to point this tidbit out right here. March 15th is our deadline for summer scholarships. So if you're interested in going abroad this summer and you want to take advantage of that $500 discount, and you want to go for some scholarship, funding as well, those applications are due March 15th. Once you apply to a USAC program, so say you're interested in that Konkan program in Thailand, once you apply to that, just for the program, then you have access to the scholarship, to the scholarship application. So you want to keep that in mind, because it's not a separate thing. You apply to the scholarship completely separate from the program. If you're going on a USAC program, you have to apply to that program, and then you'd have access to that scholarship. application. So I did want to point that out. And I also wanted to point out the list of scholarships that we offer. And in keeping with our aligning with making sure our programs are accessible and affordable, we've actually just lowered our scholarship GPA requirement from a 3.0 to a 2.5 GPA, which means that more, statistically more students will have access to applying to these scholarships. So if that's someone like you, I would definitely take a look at that, because now there's more resources for you available through scholarships. The last thing I wanted to touch on about our scholarships is that with our USAC scholarship, you just apply once and we filter you into all of the scholarships you're eligible for. So it's really nice. You see all these different ones. So basically what I'm telling you, you don't have to apply to each one of these. You just apply once, and whatever you would be eligible for, your application would be sent in for that one. So it's nice, it's simple, helping you save time and energy for you to apply to other scholarships, which is the next thing I wanted to talk about. Because there are more scholarships than just what USAC offers. Your university might even offer some scholarships for study abroad, but there are tons of external scholarships. I mean that by national scholarships. If you go to our website, you can use this QR code or just go to usac.edu, click on Money Matters or usac.edu/scholarships, and you'll find this tab right here, External Study Abroad Scholarships and Databases. If you click on that, you'll just find a nice list of all linkable or clickable links for you to go and learn about a lot of those external scholarships. And I also wanted to mention and point out that we have tips, this little button, tips, advice, and webinars for filling out some of those bigger national scholarships. Again, this slide is mainly to help you understand that there are deadlines, early deadlines right here, things to keep in mind, especially as summer is approaching, and a lot of those deadlines, like I mentioned, ours is about a month from now. These bigger external ones might even be sooner, so we want to be paying attention to that. And just to give a very special and quick shout out, these are some really awesome scholarships you should keep in mind for summer, but even beyond summer, if you're thinking about, okay, maybe I want to do a semester down the line. These are some big hitters in terms of scholarships for national scholarships. So definitely check these out, especially if you are a Pell Grant recipient, because then you'd be eligible for this Benjamin Gilman Scholarship. And that's a super nice one to check out. Okay, winding down now. Last couple slides before I show you the website. I've been leading a lot of anticipation up to. Here is just a quick slide. Just pause the video if you want to read more into this. But obviously, studying abroad, especially again right now, can be really tough financially. So I wanted to just show you some different things that you might want to keep in mind for financing. So beyond working and saving, that's an obvious one we can all think of. Some of us might not have that luxury right now. So there are other things you can look at, fundraising, crowdfunding. You might not be comfortable with that, but you might want to go check out our blog, because we have a whole finances section where we've had students write articles about what they've done to finance their study abroad in unique and creative ways. So you can go there for some inspiration. You might not know, but USAC offers payment plans as well. So if you aren't able to front the entire bill for your experience before you leave, you can get set up on a payment plan with USAC, which can help make that dream a reality as well. So check those things out. And last thing I wanted to point out was the list of, you can see the semester program fees, and then on the right-hand side, the summer program fees. These happen to be some of the most affordable locations that we have over the summer. So I thought this might be helpful as you navigate to the next part of finding a program. You can see them by region. Some really awesome locations. One thing I should mention, I should have taken this out of here. New Zealand is not happening this summer. They are not really allowing us in there, so that's fine. If you're thinking about next, summer 2022, we're hoping that we'll be up and running again. So now I'm going to take you to the website, but I quickly wanted to say, the next part is really, the discovery process for you. And we're here to help you with that. Both at USAC and at NAU, you have study abroad advisors that can help you, get on track to figuring out what your goals are, hashing out what's important, and maybe what the best opportunity for you could be. So you'll want to do your own research and check out, go to usac.edu, use that program search tool, but also schedule an appointment with one of us, with one of your advisors at NAU to learn more, get those questions that you have answered, and get you, rolling on that process. So with that, I'm going to show the website really quickly because there are a few things. Are you seeing the website? All right, Holly, is that up? Okay. Here's that program search tool. So there are a few things that are really important this year as a student that's looking for a program summer 21 or even fall 21. You're probably wondering, how do I know if a program is running or not? So we have a place for you on our website. You go to Getting Started and Can I Still Apply? That is where we have a running list of our programs that are running as scheduled or suspended. So you just scroll down, you see summer 2021 program details. You'll see even the deadlines for when those program application deadlines are, and that happens to be when the program deposit deadline is as well. But this is a nice cheat sheet for you if you're checking these out. So you can see all these running as scheduled, which ones are suspended. Again, there's that New Zealand one. And then if you scroll even further down, you see the fall program details as well. So we'll be updating this as we move forward. I hope things don't change, but I suspect something might in the coming weeks. So keep your eye on this to see, if you're in the middle of deciding which programs to look for. You can see here and get a quick glance at which programs are actually running. And the next thing I wanted to show you is also really important because you're probably wondering what happens if one of my programs gets canceled. That's really important because if you have money on the line, what happens to your money? So you want to go to the Money Matters tab and you can click on the Program Fees and Billing. There's two things actually in Program Fees and Billing that are going to be really helpful for you, but this one is going to be Policies. That Policies tab is going to take you to our page that explains what's going to happen with cancellations, how we'll process refunds, what happens if you want to withdraw. A lot of information is packed into this page, but I do definitely recommend you reading through this so you understand what's going on. But most cases, your funds can be funneled into a different program if your program is canceled and you've gone pretty far in the process. And I don't want to get into all that right now, but if you have any questions, definitely reach out to us, give us a call or email us. studyabroad@usac.edu is where you can reach out to us. But there's just a wealth of information here. The other thing I wanted to point out on this Program Fees and Billing page was just this, the program fees. You can see semester, January, summer, and since we're talking about summer, you can click on summer and see all of those programs and then the costs to them all in one place, rather than having to go from page to page to page of each of those programs. You can see them all right here. So if you're working with a specific budget, this is a place to go because you can say, all right, well, I don't want to spend more than, $4,000. You can see at a quick glance which programs would be under those. And what you see here are asterisks, and that means that housing is included. It says it further down the page, but it's a little bit different than when you go abroad during the semester, because semester is usually housing is not included. But in the summer, you can see the majority of the programs actually have housing lumped into that cost of the program. So that's something else to think about. So anyway, this is where you can find that. And while you're looking at this, you can also consider, okay, well, how do I find those programs that are $500 off this summer? So you want to go back to the homepage. You can even click on programs or just use this search tool right here. If we click on programs, that's going to take us to just like a bigger search tool with more options. And we can select the program model. So specialty, and we want to go during the summer. And if you want to even take it further and look for a specific course, you know, if you want any business course going on this summer at a specialty location where you can get $500 off, those locations will just automatically populate. So you see them all here, and then you can just click on any one of them. So if we check out Thailand, for example, there's Chiang Mai. If we check out Chiang Mai, it'll take you to the program page, and this is where you'll get the different components of your program. So you'll learn about the housing and any internships in the About the Program tab. In activities, you'll learn about the field trips, any tours, any extra sort of workshop things, cultural immersion activities are going to be lumped into there. Calendars, so if you want to know when a program starts, it ends, when there's any breaks, that's where you'll find that. Courses, this is going to have those course descriptions, and let me click on that for you so you can see what you can expect. You have to select a term, so no problem. We want to check out summer sessions 1 and 2. You scroll down and you see all of these different course offerings. You can use that little caret and you'll get that course description as well as what the course is listed as. So it's a Thai language course, 100 level for 1 credit. It's taught in Thai. And you can see the others as well. So that's going to be really helpful for you. And additionally, last thing is this fees and deadlines. That's where you'll find that budget sheet. Again, really helpful. You'll see how this adds up. So this is for summer sessions 1 and 2. I believe that's like about 8 weeks. You can click on that and that will load up that, that budget sheet for you to start working on and figuring out, okay, how much is this whole program going to cost me for the cost of attendance, right? So that is about it I have for you on the website. There's so much more you can find on here. And the last thing I would say regarding resources for you is our other social media resources. We're, of course, you know, on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, even Twitter, but one in particular is YouTube. And if you just scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll find all of our icons down here. So Instagram, YouTube. I would say if you're a visual learner or if you're just sick of just reading the website, go to our YouTube because we have literally hundreds of videos and you can get a glimpse of programs, what they look like on site, you know, so what the campus looks like, what the housing looks like, who's working over there, what type of students go over there. So definitely check that out. And finally, if you need more resources, and I think this is a really nice one, you can check out our blog and you can just get there from the bottom of our page and clicking on blog. It's like a different site, but there's tons of pieces of information that are going to help you here. You'll see a lot of our own students write articles here. You'll see our podcast is listed here as well. So a couple more resources. I think you might appreciate these, especially as they're usually relevant to what's going on right now. So you'll see articles from students that are abroad right now, articles from students that have gone abroad during the summer and what their experience was. So with that, I want to say thank you for watching this. If you've made it to the end with me, if you want more information, you can always select request info, and then we'll get you on that distribution list so we can send you, you know, notifications when scholarship deadlines are coming up, things like that, which is really important. And if you're ready to apply, you just click apply now. It's a pretty simple process, but reach out to us if you have any questions. We'd be happy to help. So again, thank you. I'll pass it over to Holly if you have anything else to add.
Thanks, Kate. I'm so excited. I want to go on that Thailand program and I want to do the cooking class. It sounds amazing. I am going to share just a little bit more for our NAU students on what you need to do to get started with USAC. So here is my screen, and these are just some things that we really recommend that you are aware of as you're planning your study abroad adventure, because I mean, you're going around the world, so this does require some planning. So the first thing that we recommend is that you start early. Please meet with us as soon as you can, even if it's your first year, your first semester, and you don't think you might go abroad for some time. It's really best if we can start planning early for your classes. To make sure that all the classes that you take abroad, we're going to go, you know, towards your major in a meaningful way, and to also just talk about all the things that you need to do to kind of make this possible for you. So that's the first thing, start early. I do want to emphasize that any major can study abroad. However, some majors are easier than others. So again, start early so we can work with you and figure out, based on your major and your finances and your personal goals and all the things that you are interested in, when the best time and what the best program is for you. You will earn credits towards your degree, and how they transfer back to NAU really depends on where you go and the classes that you take and your study plan, but we'll help you through that whole process. You can take courses in English, as you saw on the USAC website, or in a foreign language if you are studying a foreign language. And we touched on it a lot today, and there's even more money out there for you besides what you saw today. So please know that study abroad scholarships are available. And really, there's no better time for you to do this than when you're in college and you have access to financial aid and you have access to affordable student housing, and well, you're with people your own age, which is a lot more fun than, going to the club with your parents. Some programs might be more affordable than staying in Flagstaff. So yes, USAC has amazing summer programs, but they also have amazing semester programs. So if you're an out-of-state student, or, based on whatever your financial situation is, I have sent a lot of students abroad on a USAC program where they have saved thousands of dollars compared to if they would have stayed here in Flagstaff. So please come ask us about this. It really is an individual meeting. Everybody has a different background, a different situation. So we work with you one-on-one to find the best program. And of course, not only will you have an amazing adventure that will change, your view of the world, you'll also enhance your resume. Only 10% of students study abroad and only 1% do an internship. And with USAC, there are internships that you can take in addition to your classes. So it's really the best of both worlds. So here's how you can get started. Oopsie, wrong way. This is our website. And on our website, we have tons of resources available for you to read. We have a bunch of NAU student blogs as well. We have some resource pages for students with specific backgrounds. And we have an info session. Currently they're on Zoom, but normally we do them in person. We also have a bunch of upcoming events that you can read more about and come to learn more about your study abroad. If you really just want to schedule an appointment and have that one-on-one meeting with us, press schedule an appointment. And this will bring you to a page with all of the different advisors. So you'll want to check and see, is there a particular place or country that you want to go? If you don't know, just make an appointment with one of us. We'll help you find where you need to go. We do care where you go, but in the end, my feelings won't be hurt if, you meet with me and then you decide you want to go to Poland. It's okay. I just want you to go abroad and have a life-changing experience. So when you go on our website, click on the names, click make an appointment, and then just click one more time because we need to have you click a lot, and it'll have some available appointment times for you to choose from. So I hope that this was a really helpful webinar. Like Kate mentioned, both of our teams are here to support you in your adventure abroad, and we can't wait to send you on this life-changing journey.